Good Friday. I want to talk to you a little bit about Good Friday, and if you were to send somebody a text message and you were to be talking about Good Friday in your text message, the chances are you might write it something like this: GD, Good, FRI, Friday. Nice and short, nice and abbreviated. So I'm going to use this word, this version of the word Good Friday, to talk to you about Good Friday today. Now, Good Friday, obviously part of Easter and a big part of the Christian faith. And a lot of people want to get rid of the Christian faith, want to get rid of Easter, want to get rid of everything like that, apart from maybe the chocolate eggs, because let's face it, they're nice, aren't they? But you know, the rest of it we don't want, we don't need that, we don't need Good Friday. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the reasons that people perhaps try and do that. So let's use this word to do that. First of all, the G stands for good. Good Friday. Well, Good Friday is all about this man Jesus dying on the cross. And well, dying on the cross, is that good? It doesn't sound like a pleasant way to die, and let's face it, dying doesn't really sound like a particularly good thing, does it? So some people want to get rid of that because that doesn't make sense. The idea that somebody dying as a punishment for something they hadn't even done wrong, that doesn't sound very good. So they get rid of it. They try and get rid of it. The D stands for devotion. You see, people think that the Christian faith is about devotion, being devoted to Christ, which, yes, it is, that's true. But devotion, it's a bit like commitment, and commitment, devotion, not good words these days. You never know when something better is going to come along. Why would you want to commit to something? Why would you want to devote your life to something if you don't know what's around the corner? It could be something much better. So we don't want to devote our lives to anything. That's a bit much. That calls for a bit too much forward planning, thinking ahead, too much restriction on our future. So that leaves us with Fry. Excuse me. F stands for friends. Now on Good Friday, not Good Friday, the day before, Maundy Thursday, you'll know that Jesus was arrested, and after he was arrested and he was taken away, and Peter, one of Jesus' closest friends, someone said to him, "You know Jesus, you were with him, you were part of the crowd." And Jesus said, "No, I don't know who you're talking about, I don't know what you mean. I've never seen him, never been with him, don't know anything about him. He's not my friend." And you know, well, that's not really very good friendship, is it? So, you know, friends, these people who say they're Christians, well, if that's what being a friend of Jesus means, well, that's not really very good friendship, is it? So let's get rid of that. R stands for religion. Well, we don't really need religion, do we? I mean, religion's all right for those if you really want something organised, but it's all about rules, it's all about doing what you're told to, and it's very restrictive, and it doesn't let me be me, does it? So I don't really want to be doing religion, because that's not my kind of thing. And that leaves me with I, me. I'm the important one. I make the rules. I decide how I live my life. I decide what's best for me. Now you see, on Good Friday, one of the things that happened as Jesus died on that cross, as in the temple there was a big curtain, and the curtain, behind that curtain, was the Holy of Holies. That was the place that they believed God's presence was. That was where he lived. That was where people went into God's presence, and only one person could go there once a year. And as Jesus died on that cross, the curtain was torn in two, completely torn, just like this piece of paper. But that was symbolic, you see. Now what happens here is I'm just going to fold this paper up, you see, because it's completely torn. It's completely useless now. I'm going to fold it up and give it a special little blow like that. And then I'm going to unfold it again. Because you see, what happened on Good Friday, when Jesus died on that cross and that curtain was torn, it was a symbol, and I've just forgotten the word completely. Restoration. It was a symbol of restoration, because as that curtain was torn, suddenly the presence of God was available to anybody and everybody who wanted to be in God's presence, who wanted to come to God. You could do it. Our relationship with God had been restored to that of what it was like in the beginning in the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve. We could suddenly come into God's presence. It was restored. See, people try and get rid of Christianity, they try and get rid of Easter, they try and get rid of Good Friday because they don't see the point in it. But you can't get rid of it. You can't get rid of God. He's restored us, or given us a chance to come back to Him, and restored our relationship with Him through the actions of Jesus on Good Friday.